So while things were a bit quieter, with machinery out and hire, etc., it's given me I've got to get my time now to start thinking about how we move GCS forward, how we move the farm forward here, and all the things we've got to do. And it's an endless list. It's quite tiresome list as well. You think, how am I ever going to get around to doing all these things? But I've got to start to focus. I've got to focus more. And I beat myself up sometimes with me because I feel like I'm not doing enough, I'm not achieving enough. And so the last couple of days we've been trying to think, right, okay, we've got to make a plan of what to do, how to move forward and get on. Now, those that watch this channel will know that we actually do a lot of property. We have a fair bit of buy-to-let property in various parts of the UK, although we have scaled that down quite considerably because at the moment I think the buy-to-let job is changing. We've got to change how we do that. The Renters Reform Act coming from the government, all sorts of things going on. So we've got to change that, but we've also got quite a bit of development work to do here at the farm. Now, for those that watch, I will just remind a few people on some of the bits that we've got on the farm here to do. Whilst this looks like an overgrown wilderness overlooking my garden, there is the footings in here for a house. This is going to be my house, which I'm going to move in, which I intend to live in. All the footings are in, and the thing is, by getting the footings in the ground, it means that the planning is kind of guaranteed. You've started the project, the planning can't lapse, because most of the time when you get planning permission for something, planning has a set time period. And if you don't act upon it and get it within that period, it's normally 3 years. This was actually 4 because it was granted in COVID. But by getting the footings in and done and all passed by the building inspector, it's kind of ring fenced. So that's a house there that we have to build, overlooking the garden, which I'm quite looking forward to doing. Over this side is where the old farmhouse used to be, and it was a nightmare of a farmhouse, blah, 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 blah. So we've taken that down. The ground level has been raised quite, well, not substantially, but enough, because the old house here used to flood. Literally, one of the rooms, the room in this back corner here, used to flood. So that is ready to be concrete for the floor. All the installations in there, all the steelworks in there. That's all to be done. So that's to be done. And where the wheelbarrow is over there is a very, very big deep well, which was under the old house. So this is going to be rebuilt, and we're going to use this as our offices, and a few other bits and pieces as well. So that's got to be done. So that's those two little projects to start with. And if you come over here, we've got some old buildings that used to be accommodation ancillary to the existing farmhouse. So these we've taken, the bits we've taken down there, because we wanted some timber out the roof for some bits and pieces. We've taken it out and done that. So now we've got to work out what we're going to do with these and get them on. Now there is a little bit of a story here. It actually goes to the local planning authority over these, with a view that for my dogs have just heard that I'm here now. We went to the planning authority with a view to get planning to convert to holiday lets. And the council and were questioning all sorts of, I'm going to say stupidity, that's just because it's my side of the fence, but they had their reasons. The council had their reasons, so we withdrew the application. And when we looked into it a lot deeper, we actually, because they've been used as ancillary accommodation and residential accommodation in the past, we actually don't need the council's approval. So this building here, we need to get on and renovate it and bring it back to life, because I think there's a lot of potential here for living stroke residential, so probably more holiday let, or even just guests that want to come stay, visit me. Why you want it, I don't know. So I'll give you a quick show what's inside and the enormity of another project that we've got to do. The outside bit here is a bit overgrown. This bit floods. This bit here floods quite a lot. So we do need to come in the digger, clean this all out. There is like a concrete path through the front of it. But there used to be 3 different accommodation units here, ancillary to the main house. And when we first came here, a guy that worked for us, Martin, who came out from Kent, he used to come and stay in one of these. So it has been used, not mega distant past. But we need to get back to life, because at the moment they're sitting here doing nothing, and we need to get on with them. As we enter this one here, you'll see that it needs some TLC. So used to be bedrooms here, as you can see. Martin used to stay in this one, and it was all clean and tidy. It did look good. There was Martin's bathroom here. I think the toilet used to be there, but they have fallen into a bit of decay. And these are projects that we need to get off the ground. Just come in here. This was another bedroom here, and bathroom, and then you carry on through here too. The next ones, but we wanted to, when we did some renovation on that barn there, we took some of the timbers out of here to put inside there and make it nice. So we took this down. There's actually piles of bricks in there somewhere, I think. Piles of bricks there where we probably, yeah, the passport on the way. So this is a project that we need to get on with. Plenty to go at and make this into, well, if these belong to you, what would you make them into? We're always open to good ideas. They're nice little buildings, but they will be nice. Been here a very long time, so as you can see, been used for accommodation. This is where the council kind of have had to back down and say, well, yeah, fair dues they have, we'll leave you to it. So we can renovate them without the council's involvement and bring them back to life. So when you look at all these buildings, and look at the timbers and all the rest of it, and I don't know how old they are, but there's obviously lots of history and previous kind of life with them all, isn't there? Big old timbers in there too, so yes, it needs a complete major overhaul. And we need to get this going. And obviously, years ago, all the walls were built like 9-inch. There's JJ, by the way. Hello, JJ. Hello. Bless him. All the walls were built with solid walls. So I think they probably want stud work and insulating. But there we go. So what do we think? What would this all belong to you? There's my dogs there. Bless them. So I think in here was the boilers to it all. There's a hot water boiler there, that one. That's just a picture there that Martin took when he was here, bless him. So yeah, so that's where the electrics as a farm used to come in. They've now been moved. There's a box of keys here, probably a fortune here in plant keys. Johnson sweeper keys for Johnson sweeper. There we go. So yeah, so lots of potential, lots of scope here, and this is another project that we've got to get on with. Then here we have another building also that would have great potential for conversion. The downside of it is the ground here drops away, so these buildings sit in a low spot, and when we do get excessive rain, this building floods, same as the house did over there. So I know this all looks a mess. Not proud of the kind of mess it looks, but if you realise, you know, we generally do try and work hard. We do a lot of what we do, and yeah, this is why we probably need more help. So there is a big part of me thinks that with all the building work we've got to do here, should we actually employ and take on our own bricklayer and all the rest of it? And that we would happily do if we could find all, maybe, my dogs are excited, they want to come and get in the video. Would that be something that we should take on our own staff? You know, we've got a guy in Kent who works for us, Todd, who's worked for us for 30 plus, a long time, Todd, haven't you? A long time. So he doesn't watch this anyway, it's okay. Who does a lot of building work for us down there. Brilliant, and he can He can fit a bathroom, fit a kitchen, plaster a wall, all sorts. Looks after all the rental properties as well. Great guy, great guy. We could do one of him up here or two of him up here, really. But maybe we could find, maybe if there's a retired builder who want to come do 2 or 3 days a week, that would work. Who knows? So that's something. But and then the last piece of the jigsaw at the present is our new 10,000 foot barn. Need to get on with that as well. That will be going up in the not too distant future. Out here is where we park bits and pieces of machinery. These trailers are all here just waiting for collection for one customer. And then the trailer yard and the trailer field will be fairly empty. So we have planning to put a 10,000 foot building in here. This will happen, it will be going up. We have had a couple of quotes for it. We need to get back into it a little bit more. We got a bit sidetracked, but this needs to go up. Machinery and probably full of straw as well. Who knows? But this building here. So here at GCS, we're not short of projects to do. We're probably short of time, and probably £500,000 would probably help us get some of these things up and running. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Rome wasn't built in a day. And I try to now, rather than negativity say that why we haven't got this up, what I try to do is look at the positive bits we have achieved while we've been here. We bought this farm probably about 12 years ago. Lots of ups and downs. We had a lot of cattle here at one point. But we've been, you know, when we came here, that was just an old falling down barn, so we've done that. None of this concrete was here, none of it. And none of this yard there was here. So we have achieved a lot. You know, it has been a roller coaster ride in lots of ways, but none of this here, none of the concrete was here, none of the buildings were here. And we've funded this out of our own pocket. So it's not like we haven't gone to the bank and borrowed hundreds of thousands of pounds to do it. We've done it out of our own pocket. Been a struggle, I have to say. Been a struggle. But that's why I kind of like the buildings you use to earn this money, whereas we do use containers and everything else for our offices, because they won't gain us any value, will they? We don't earn any money out of those. So that's why we use the containers at the moment. It would be nice to put nice offices on here, but then to be fair, when we get the other property there that was the house done, we can do away with the offices. So we have achieved a lot. I am very proud of what we've achieved here. It's not just myself, it's the whole team effort of GCS and our staff. So I'm very proud of that, but we still have a long way to go and a big mountain to climb. But even like now, we get people on, you say, oh, if you know, you want to get the wheels of the lorry painted, we want to get loads of things done to the lorry done, but we are busy. Although we're quieter than we have been, we're still trying to get loose ends tied up, things that we're doing, etc. But we are winning, and it will change. But so I should look at the positives of what we've achieved and not what we've got left to do. Equally, none of this shed, when we came here, this shed wasn't here, the shop wasn't here, nothing, none of this was in here. We put all of this in, all up there. So we've done all of it in-house, all of it with our own staff, and all of it with our own money. Now, whilst people won't appreciate putting concrete down, there will be people out there that will work out how much it costs. But it's tens and tens and tens of thousands of pounds putting concrete down, and it has to be found from somewhere. So we are trying very hard, and we're going to carry on to do so. So we've also got these buildings here. When we came here, none of this concrete was here. This was all open fronted, lean-to sheds. So we've concrete the floors all out, put roller shutter doors on them, and these are now used for storage. And then this is the back of the buildings that I took you into just now. The cottages, and there's big difference in levels here, so we've got to work around that a little bit. And then this building here was another old barn, very similar to these, but a lot taller, that we've converted. And this is the intention. This is to be welfare for our staff. a bit of a later date. At the moment we're using it for other things. And young Fred lives in there. So that's that building. So that's all of these things we've done in-house. Paul, who was here, helped us build this one. So we have done an awful lot of work here while we've been here. 12 years seems an awful long time, but it soon flies past. But there we go, lots of projects to get on with. Well, thanks for watching the video on some of the building work and plans we've got here to do in the yard. It's quite an exhaustive list, but we'll get there. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already done so, and you want to follow what we do, please press the subscribe button. It's totally free. We're heading towards 14,000 subscribers, and it'd be nice when we get there. So if you haven't subscribed and want to, please press the button. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my video. Well, thank you very much for all my videos. It is greatly appreciated. So thank you everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.